like on the outdoor kitchen continues!
Yeah!
Ooh-ho-ho-ho.
This is Luke, super duper happy with his progress on the outdoor kitchen. And why wouldn't he be? Because it looks amazing. But so much has happened this week and it's not all good. One day things are going swimmingly well and then you wake up the next day and things have changed. What's going on? We seem to have got over the worst, but let me just start from the beginning. Hi and welcome to our channel. We used to give our kuni pigs all the freedom they wanted, but took it away from them overnight, which left them really confused. They thought to themselves, what did we do wrong? What's going on? I will tell you why this sudden change. Going over to the neighbour's land, swimming in his pond, crossing the road a kilometre away from our place, scaring another neighbour's dog before heading to their garden to eat their grapes. They did plenty wrong, and now they had to be punished. And they were stuck in pig jail, only allowed out on our evening walks. But they both had problems with this, of course. They had tasted sweet freedom, which meant their confined space was too much to take, and it led to many breakouts.
Maggie, I'm talking to you. Was this you? How did you manage?
Which then led to one more object being put in front of or on their gate to keep them in. I mean, it seems very small for a pig that passed from there. But she did move this forward. And because climbing down the wall was easier than opening the gate just to feed them, that's what I did. But I feel like they were enjoying their walks even more than before now, because they're feeling so locked in most of the day that as soon as I open the gate, they run around, they go and eat grass, they dig some trenches, and then we go on a nice long walk, most of the time down to the river.
Freedom! So fresh, so new. Freedom! It's all for you. All for you. Freedom! Keep your ear to the ground. Talking about the freedom. It's the best show in town. Best show in town. Freedom! Well. Freedom! I'll give you freedom. Yes, it's right. Freedom! Start right now. Freedom! Get your freedom tonight. Freedom!
Life on our farm was great, with very few dramas, and I felt like everybody was really happy. Chickens running free, eating worms, chicks growing up so fast, really nice walks down to the river every night. And while there, I was clearing some land, so I was uncovering more beautiful spots along our 400 meters of river. In my younger days, I would have made a tree house out of this. She swims to the neighbors and then swims back again. It has its own sandy beach. Wow! You're tired?
Molly! 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 Oh, clever girl. But you're playing with doggy. Did you go to the neighbors? Playing with the doggy? Wow! Did you go and play with the doggy? Wow! Yummy. Yummy acorns. Yummy nuts.
While the girls were eating acorns from underneath the tree, I would pick acorns from the tree, and Molly would go to the neighbor to play with their dogs. And on the way home from our lovely walk, I would get a few handfuls of acorns and spread them around the land, hoping that we'll have some beautiful cork trees popping up all over the place. And I don't know if you've ever seen a pig eat an acorn. Well, it's pretty cute to watch. Peppa is going to demonstrate how cute and easy it is to eat just the nut of the acorn.
Come here. Okay, ready? Yes! Clever girl. She only eats the nut.
Wasn't that just super duper cute? The only hard thing throughout my day was editing, and that is still a thorn in my side, but I will not get into that now. This particular beautiful walk was different, for this would be the last time Peppa and Maggie would speak for quite a few days. But before I get into that, I'm going to pass you on to Luke, because he's working on the outdoor kitchen. That's really coming along nicely.
Sir, catch this.
Maybe I should have put that face so I could move. Catch. Molly was ready to catch it. Wow. That's in. Now this side. Okay.
That's 3 posts in. I've just been looking at this middle column and it's not good. Some type of wood boring beetle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how I didn't see it when I was cutting it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Definitely going to replace it now. The other ones seem okay, so that's good. I think I have a log just up the hill and go grab it. It really does feel good to be working again after 6, what was it, 6, 7 weeks of not doing anything. This is more like it. Avalanche! Rock slide! Right, let's go measure the other one. Looks like rain. It does really look like rain. Okay, here it is. Doesn't look like there's any holes in this one. Yeah. this stuff dries really quick. Okay, 3 sacks. Right, that's not too bad. Messed up there, messed up a bit here, a bit there, and a bit here. But considering I've been out, haven't done this for a couple of months, pretty happy with that. Right, let's get these cut up and put on the columns.
Now, while Luke is working peacefully on the outdoor kitchen, drama was happening with our 2 Kunny pigs. I don't know how it changed so fast. One day they're play fighting, and the next day they're actually fighting, biting and hurting each other.
Molly, leave them. It's not your fight. Molly, Molly, move.
watch the car. Stop! Stop now! Because you made Peppa bleed. Stop it! Calm down now. Calm down. They are fighting more often and I don't know why. Oh no, Peppa. Oh no, Peppa. I was telling them about what Maggie's doing to you. She tore her ear from here and she tore this ear. Hey, Pep. And she's bit her here and here. And she's got a bunch of teeth marks around her body. So Maggie is a very naughty girl. Maggie has nothing, eh? Well, I've been looking this up to see what it could be, and it could be a few things. I asked Cindy, she said it's about dominance, but I also found that there's like 3 main reasons why they do it. One, the pig can be sick, the bullied pig. They do this, which is, it sounds weird, but if the other pig senses that one pig is sick or weak, they think they shouldn't get the food and they should get it because they're strong and healthy. But that's one reason. 2, heat, because they're in heat. One of them is, one of them isn't, and there could be a little bit of bitchiness between them. And in fact, Peppa was and Maggie wasn't. So Peppa wasn't being the bitch and she was in heat, but Maggie was, I don't know. Anyway, and the third one was dominance. But when I read about dominance, it's more like when you introduce a new pig to the pack, and then they have to say, okay, I was here first and I'm the best, or whatever happens when they're dominant. But they're sisters, they've been together for so long, so it feels like it's not dominance, because even Peppa isn't fighting back, so Maggie's just picking on her, Peppa's running away and Maggie's running after her. That's, for me, it doesn't make sense, because if she proved that she's dominant, then she should just stop. Well, Maggie, leave her alone. Maggie! You don't do that to Peppa. Oh, honey, what's she doing to you? You gonna jump from there like Maggie? You're crazy girls. Oh. Maggie, go around. Crazy. I'm down by our pond area. I love coming down here, and it's now going to become our pig enclosure soon. There's a lot of room. They're going to have muddy pools. They're going to have a spring-fed water some of the year. And yeah, they're going to have a lot more place to move around, but within fencing, because now it's getting to be a little bit of a problem with Peppa and Maggie. This morning Peppa broke out of her place. I don't blame her. Maggie is being a big bully, but she wants to spend as much time away from Maggie as possible. Maggie, you're in bed. So Peppa was running away. Well, they practically don't have an enclosure like this, eh? And the problem is that when I want them inside, it's quite a small area, so they need a bigger one now. Because Maggie the bully, who's coming now, is becoming a bit of a problem. So Maggie, come. Come, you want to say a few words about what a naughty girl you are? She said, I like beating up Peppa, it makes me feel good. Yeah, that's what bullies say, but that's never the answer. So we've got to stop this behavior from Maggie. I've started shouting at her when she bites Peppa, but every bite she's drawing blood, so this is a bit of a problem, and it's a bit scary. In the beginning we used to just laugh at them while they were playing, but now it's getting more vicious, and it's normally just Maggie doing the biting and Peppa trying to avoid it. So that's not play fighting, it's fighting. And this area is going to be amazing, because they already love coming down here. When they come down here by themselves, they're here a lot of the time. So it's perfect. We have a pool for them to play, and it's going to be a beautiful spot for them.
So yeah, if we come to that mark that we just marked, and we put a fence, like a gate there, and then either it continues up there, the fence, but I think their enclosure itself should be obviously the highest ground, and not on rocks and dodgy bits. So over here I think is ideal. 15, 22, 28, 38.
44, 47, 55, 55, 59, 63, 66, 75, 79, 86, 96, 101, 115, 115, 122, 129. 122, 129.
150.
150 exactly.
Exactly.
We are going to start on the new fenced area pretty soon, but we are going to start slowly, like we do everything else on the farm. Even though the faster we get it up, the better. But things can't happen like that. Luke calculated how much it will cost to buy all the material we need, because we're no longer going with wood, because that doesn't last. And it's going to cost between 1,000 and 1,500 euros. So that is pretty steep, but we will do it. We will start and we'll do it bit by bit and see how far we can get. And if anyone would like to donate their hard-earned money to this project and help our girls get the space they need, and it would be much appreciated. So thank you very much if you choose to do so.
Let's see how she fits. Come on, good. Tiny bit more. It's pretty flush. Okay, that'll do. Next! Okay, I've got my laser set up over there. Still in the outdoors, I can still see it. Okay. So that is where the laser is, and let's try and get the height of that post. So I cut it slightly long. There it is. Awesome. So, let's see. What's going on, Chuckies? Okay, that is 4 centimeters to the bottom of the mark. Exactly. So I have to go 4 centimeters up. 4 on the bottom. Oh, I tell you, I'm really loving this laser, these laser gadgets I'm getting. And this week, the guys at INKERMA, they sent me this awesome thing. Bilateral laser measuring tool. Who are you calling a tool, fool? No. Bilateral laser measuring tool. So it can measure, it's really, really good. I was just going through it this morning. And you can measure distances, obviously, by laser. It can measure from both sides, that's why it's bilateral. So you could put it in the middle, hits one wall, hits the other, puts them together. It can do so many things. It can calculate area, calculate volume. It can work out the size of triangles using the Pythagorean theorem. You can add, it can save up to 100 measuring units, and you can add them all up and all this stuff. It is awesome. It also has the angle, so I'll definitely be using it. I wish I had it for my front 3 posts braces, but yeah, up in the corner I don't think you can see that, but up in the corner you can get the degrees. So for example, you get the angle. Once I have that one up there, you can get it right at 45, and it'll give you the distance from there to there. So pretty handy tool. We'll put a link in the description below, and the guys at INKERMA have given us a coupon code, so you get 10% off, which is pretty sweet. I always wanted one of these, and when I wanted it, it wasn't even this high-tech, you know, with angles and all that, and area and volume. It was just normal instead of a measuring tape. So thank you guys at INKERMA. Definitely going to come in handy, and definitely at the right time. Awesome piece of kit. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this just to measure to see how long the beam has to be. So I'll just put this where I want the beam to end, which is the midway point, pretty much. And I'll go there you have a couple of options to either measure from the back or the front. I just have to make sure it's from the back. Oh, there's the laser. I see you. Wow, I can see it in the bright sunlight. Awesome. And press the on. 2.206. To 20.6 again. Awesome. That's easy. It really helps you work alone, eh? Love it. Right, let's cut that to 220.6. That is good enough. Okay, let's lock it in. Definitely the tightest one I've done so far. I'm a cowboy and proud of it. Solid, man. Hello, Molly. Sweet. Glue it on, Luke. Again. Yeah, I just spent the last 20 minutes, half an hour, measuring all these trees, because I had written, when I had first cut them, I had written the lengths and the numbers and for the plans, and they had all faded away. So I just spent the last 20 minutes measuring them all and figuring out which is which, because I was getting super confused. Right, let's on to the columns.
Okay, move it closer this way. Okay. Now, a tiny bit more this way.
Like that?
No, like straight front. Okay, good. Good. Perfect.
And Nia's really feeling better today, yeah? I don't know if I need you to this today, this one, actually.
You have to take them off and put the glue.
Aha, for then, yes, for sure, so I don't mess up. But this one, because it's small. Actually, yes, please.
Ooh, almost. Well, one of them's in. This one's in the front. This one. Now the other one, you just have to move it down like that. A little more. You okay in there? What do you want to go? Do you want to go to something?
Right. Come on then, sir. I can't not make that joke every time I put on gloves. Chemical anchor. Busha chimica. Come on. Put this. Okay. Stay. Stay. Hold on. She might stop for me. Okay, look.
Okay, so everything, yes, that way. Perfect.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, that was very easy.
Nice one. We're only going to use one.
Very good. Okay, move it. Let me move it.
All right, and that is all the columns on the outside circumference up.
Woohoo! Oh my goodness, that gazebo, which will be a kitchen one day, looks amazing, doesn't it?
Looking cool. Woo!
But we're still having problems with our pigs. But we do think it might be just because they've had so much freedom running around the land, and then when they started going to the neighbors, we stopped that and we made them stay in their enclosure, and they can only come out the twice a day that we're with them. A barbecue with friends where we can swap stories and have a bit to drink and just unwind a little bit is always much needed when you're going through a little bit of, just a bump in the road, let's put it that way. And after we had a little bit to drink and way too much to eat, thanks to Yuan's delicious cooking, Carissa took us around her beautiful garden and we picked a bunch of pears for the girls. And I was so worried when we were at Carissa and Yuan's because we were away from the girls, so we didn't know what was happening. But we just had to trust that they weren't going to kill each other in their enclosure while we were gone. Nick said that if we're having problems, like bigger problems, because this could escalate and she can really hurt Peppa. He's offered to take Peppa for us, or one of the girls anyway, but we're not going to give him the problem child, are we? So he has offered to take her for a few weeks till we sort out the problem, because he said if this doesn't stop now, you're going to have to separate them, and we don't have anywhere to separate them to, because we can't put anyone in the goat house as yet because the fencing is not strong enough. But now, because there's no grapes, so hopefully they won't go and destroy the neighbor's garden, and we have a lot of acorns that they love eating underneath our cork trees. We're going to give them the freedom that they once had and see if the behavior stops, because it might be. Hi, Timmy. Because it might be because their enclosure is too small, they're getting too big for it, and then once they have a tiff, they can't get away from each other enough. They're always in each other's faces and it escalates. That's what we think is happening anyway. And I think the small enclosure is playing a big part in it, but also Nick said it might be because one of them's in heat, and Peppa was in heat and Maggie wasn't. So maybe she was jealous. I don't know what was going on, but all I know is it's calming down now, and it's so nice to see them. Not total friends yet, but Maggie is picking on Peppa much less, and Peppa looks so much less depressed. These are the ASAPs. Those could hold off for a day or two, and these are pretty good. Just maybe a little bruise or a little scratch. These are awesome. Oh, those are awesome.
You okay, girls? Peppa, are you getting on with your sister? Oh, you just had a chuff. Clever girl. Clever girl. Oh, gross.
Everything looks so beautiful now that we've had a little bit of rain. Some vegetables are coming to the end of the season, so I'm picking them for Peppa and Maggie, along with those 2 huge buckets of pears that they have to eat. And also, Luke has answered a lot of your messages from last week's video with a video. And if you want to see that, we have started an email list and would like a lot of you to join it, because that would be lovely. So if you click on the link we provided in the description, you can watch that video. And let me just tell you what happens once you join the email list. Then I will send you emails, not super often, but when I have something I really want to share with you, maybe some tips in the garden that I'd like you to know. And when you join, I'll also be asking questions that you want to know, and we can answer them in our videos. Like Emma of the Whelans, you wanted to know what veggies I was picking last week. So the really big one was an upo. And those beautiful red berries, well, they're not red berries, they're the seeds of our asparagus. Luke is super happy with his work on the outdoor kitchen, and why wouldn't he be? It looks amazing. Peppa has no more marks on her body, which is good news. Before I even told you about this fence fund, one of our lovely patrons gave us a nice donation to go towards it. So thank you so much, Christine, and Jan, thank you very much for suggesting it. And also Liz, welcome to our Patreon family. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate you. Because I don't want this video to be crazy long, I will show you what I've done in the garden next week.
Wait, don't go too far away.
I'm not going anywhere, don't worry.
Oh shit! Look,
It's really not a big deal. Sit back a bit. You're such a nerd.
I don't have very good balance, that's
You're
why.
going to be looking down for the thumbnail.
Okay. I am not afraid of heights, but I don't have
Oh,
very
wait,
good
yeah,
balance.
but you don't know how to sit on a bench.
Yeah, but that way is so far away from my legs.
Okay.
Okay.
What? No, not on the camera. Wow, that's a save and a half.